Okay, welcome back, guys. So let's texture the belts. So I'm just going to select the belt and try and isolate it. So let's go in here. I think I'll have to let me turn off this symmetry for now. I won't be needing this symmetry. Alright. So this feels like an almost reddish kind of belt, or more or less like dark brown kind of belt. So let's go to layers in here. Let's type in here leather. So we have a few ones in here. Leather bag. Let's drag and drop this in here on the belt. Let's see what that gives us. So right off the back, this is what we have, which is not as I would have expected. But this will work just fine for what we need it for. Just need to change and manipulate some things in here and then make it look good. Make sure I create a ton of shadows in here. Let's see if there's something else in here. I think there was a leather soft I found in here. When I typed in fabric, there was one. Fabric soft. Oh, that's not even leather. That's not even leather. No leather, but I like how the textures are. So let's see. I think create a new fill layer in here. I drag that into that fill layer. It's not even applying to the fill layer. So let me delete this fill layer for now. So in here, I think I would, let me go to this. Let's see if we can manipulate something in this fabric demi. Yeah, it comes with that pattern. Comes in with the pattern. Nah, I don't think I'll be able to use this. I wish I can remove this pattern in there. So since I can't, I won't be able to use that. Let's come back in here. Like to push this somewhere around here. We definitely need to do a few work in here, but let's add the black marks in here first. Okay. So we only need this for the leather strap. So let's apply that for the leather strap. So I'll use mesh. I'll use the mesh selection and just select this leather strap. So that should be fine. Probably we need to exaggerate the. Let's see. Probably we need to do a bit more tiling in here. Let's try a value of 3 for the scale. Now let's go smaller, 0.5. Too big. I need to let's change this up to 4K resolution so we can better see so you can see the resolution better in there. So we have this at 4K resolution now. Let's try a value of 4 in here. Okay, now we can better see properly see the texture resolution in there. But I have an idea. I'd like to try something out in here. So for this base, I'll turn off the height. Turn off the height for this. I'll do a duplicate of this. Then for this, I'm going to be using this as my like a new height channel. So ladder heights. So what I'm going to do in here is that I'm going to turn off the color. Turn on the heights channel in here. I'm going to add the black marks because I want kind of painting where I want those leather cracks should be kind of. So that's basically what I want to do in here. So to do that, I would need a depth brush. Just a depth brush should work just fine. So with the depth brush now, I'll take down the brush size. Take this down a bit. So I can ideally paint in where I want those cracks should be. As you can see, I'm painting those cracks around here. So I don't want it to be like all over the place. Maybe just a few selected parts. So I'm basically just painting where I want them to be. Kind of breaking the uniformity of it. Yeah, something like this should be fine. Only that I need to kind of intensify it so we can actually see it a bit properly. So I'm going to crank up the height range. Crank up the normal intensity also. But now this feels probably a bit too intense. Let me try something else. So let me bring back the color and try something a bit different. Yeah, cool. So this is kind of break up the surface even more. So wherever we have those cracks in, should having some kind of discoloration in there. But I think the intensity of the crack is a bit too much though. So let me tune this down some more and just go a bit light-handed. Just to have some tiny, almost less visible cracks in there. So with this now, kind of breaking breaking the height channel for this, making some visible and others less visible kind of. Let's do the same for the inner parts. So this will just kind of give us some additional control over this. Okay. Yeah, something pretty much like this. But I'll still like to tone down the height of this generally for everything. So something around there should be fine. Okay. Then I would, let's see. I would like to duplicate. I don't know if that is even necessary though. Maybe I should just create a new fill layer. Okay, no, let me just use the same one. So I'll duplicate this base. I'll drag this on top. Let me use dark brown. So I'm just going to pick. This pattern does not have any height information in there, so that is fine. So I'll add the black marks in there. Black marks in there. And I would like to pick the color from this image. Something like this. Push it towards the red. Something like so. And I'm kind of drive. I think I'm going to drive this with a fill layer. And I'm going to use the BW spot brush in here, spots procedural texture in here. Let's try this. So let's visualize the marks of this. So let's start with using triplanar mapping in here, increasing the scale a bit more. Come down here and increase the scale in here also. But I'm kind of thinking maybe what's it called? A cloud should be better. A cloud alpha should be better. Maybe we can even blend. Let's do another one. Let's do another one for this. So I'll duplicate this layer. Then this one I'm going to be using a mulch. Turn a bit darker like so. Then I'm going to use a cloud brush, a cloud instead. Let's try this cloud too. Okay. We already have something interesting in here. Let's see the maxing for this. Let's turn this off for now. Now that's just way too intense. So So I like to change the base color also. Change the base to, let me just do duplicate for the base just to be on the safe side, so I'll be backup. For this base I'm going to be using, let me use, let's use this instead. Oh, that's the wrong, that is even the wrong one. Duplicate, that's the wrong one. I'm on the wrong layer. Click on the wrong layer. This is the layer I'm supposed to be on. Nah, that's just way too dark. That's just way too dark. Trying something. I think this should work. This should work. This should work just fine. So I'll put all of this inside the group. Put all of this inside the group. Then I'll add the black marks to this group because I want this to only affect the strap. So I'll select the strap. So for this iron head, let's just use a bronze material. Let's see. Yeah, this bronze material should be fine. So let's drag and drop this bronze material on this, on the edge, on this edge, on this the iron head of the belt. So that seems to be applying to the entire mesh, which I don't want. So I'll drag this down. So it should only be affecting this piece. Okay, feels kind of too shiny though. Edge damage. So let me just turn off. No, let me turn back the edge damage, but shouldn't be too sharp in there. So I'll just take this down. Yeah, this should be fine. This should work just fine. So I like to use this leather. I like to use the same leather for the shoes also. So from a distance, this actually looks good. This should work just fine. Let me do a quick save. Okay, that's fine. Yes, so let's copy this layer, and I will just look for the shoe. So I'm going to be reusing the same texture for the shoe. So I'll delete this. I'll just paste this in here. So let's figure out where this should be applied to. So selecting, great. How come we have just, why is this showing just white? Turn on symmetry for this. Why do we get white in here? Yeah, no worries. We're going to figure it out. So uh let's see where the issue is coming from. So let's start from okay, this one is not being applied. So let's remove marks in here. This height, I'm not too sure I need this height. I'm not sure I need this height. I'm not sure I need this height. Remove marks. Okay. Okay, let's see. Let's have something a bit tiny. Something very, very, very small. Yeah, something like this. Then the height, I'll take this down drastically. So this should just be resting on the surface like this. Yeah, something like this should be fine. Okay. So base color, let's turn this back on. Turn this back on. Let's see if we can adjust this. Let's see how the maxing is in here. Okay. It's about this. Let's see how this particular one actually looks. Okay. It's more brownish. So we need to kind of rework. Everything. So let me just make sure I remove marks on this lower one. Okay, yes, now we have this brown in here. Oh, this one is what's actually covering everything. So let's turn off the color for this. Better now. It looks and feels a lot better now. Some textures we need to blow out. Let me add the blur filter to this. So I need to blow this out even more. Something like this, yes. A bit better now. What is this? I'd like to take this down some more, like so. I'd like to add a blur filter to this also. So blur. Yes, something around there should be fine. So then probably go to the base tone and then kind of get something close. Let's see. Yeah, this is actually the color. This is close. This is close enough. This is actually close enough. Let's see. Let's see how these two sync. Trying to figure out which one would be better. I think a brighter version. No, not too bright. I think this should be better because if we add light to this kind of brighten everything even more. So I think this should be fine. This will work just fine. So I'm going to, so this leather height in here, better still, let's just, I would, let me get this, let me duplicate this instead. So I'll get this out, I'll drag this on top of everything. Put this on top like so. Then I'll add a black mark to it. So I'm just kind of select just this sole, just these two sole, like so. Then I'm going to be changing the color. I'm going to be using a much darker tone for it. Yeah, something around here seems fine. Then the roughness, just make this a bit shiny. Yeah, something like this should be fine. Then let's, for the straps, for the shoelace rather, since that fabric soft should be fine. Since the fabric soft should be fine. Yeah, this soft fabric should be fine. So I'll just drag and drop this at the top. So add the black marks to this. So I only want this to be affecting the shoelace. Just the shoelace should be just fine. Oh, I missed this part. I missed this piece. So let me just name this let me just rename this properly so I can get so I can be a bit more organized. So let me just name this to leather sew. So leather sew. I like to use the same leather sew for this piece. This is going to be, let's see if we can do this from 3D view. 2D view rather. Let me just use the entire 2D view instead, because I know for sure that is all this smaller piece. The shoelace is actually up, so should be this piece. So I'll just select all this piece. Do you have any more of them? Okay. So that should help us getting them in selected properly like so. That's fine. So this fabric for the lace now, this fabric demi for the lace now, I would yeah, I also need some, oh yes, we do, even for the belt also. So no, but no worries, we'll get that in like some stitches. We'll fix that in a bit. So, but for this, I'd like to increase the scale a bit more for this. Maybe that's way too much. Maybe it's the value of 15. Use a much darker tone to it. Maybe not this, maybe not that tone. Let's just push this up and darken it around here. Yeah, that's fine. That will work just fine. Great. Now why do I have this? Great, great, great. I think I accidentally selected something else. Though this actually gives it a very nice look to it though. It gives it an interesting look to it. Think think I'm going to keep it. Wait, I missed great. No. Think I made a mistake somewhere. Let's do this correctly. So all the black marks. So this is the piece we need. Then add the black marks here. This is the piece we need. Probably let's get this in also. Yeah, something like this looks interesting. Yeah, we can work with this. Though we need to select this again, so let's go to the 2D view. Let's select this again. And just be careful enough not to select anything else. Okay. Why do I keep selecting this also? Oh, I think I know why. Symmetry is turned on. Symmetry is turned on. Let's turn off symmetry and do this again. This time I'm going to be leaving. Let's get some space in here so we can actually see and make sure nothing else is being affected. So make sure symmetry is not turned on. I think we should be fine now. Yes, we are. Great. Okay. Yeah, this should work. This should work just fine. So we only need to add some stitches now in here.